fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down, Jacob Eason. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Watson. Rodgers brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first down throw. Watson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
3rd and 2, Watson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Texans football to start quarter two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Watson flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a give to Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Here's Hardman to return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They run with Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Eason sets to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Play action. It's Eason.
Looking for Campbell downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the bootleg, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's going to air one out.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Eason.
He's going up top for Taylor. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And the Texans scoop it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Watson on first down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Eason off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A give, running right, Lindsey. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Matt's got the first down and then some.
49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it'll be Mack. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Down by 8, they say no to the field goal, looking for the end zone on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts,